Hello everyone, this is Prashant. Today I'm going to uh, speak about the software I was working on, bobaiNew. This is an intelligent software which can automate the repetitive tasks which we do daily. So, the inspiration to this project is coming from my work. Uh, I'm an electrical engineer, so although it's a very specialized job, there are certain parts of the job which cannot be automated. So I had to do uh, a lot of things repeatedly. And when I was trying to find solutions to automate these tasks, I found two solutions. One is third-party macro generator, and or are using Python scripts. When I was looking for other third-party macro generators, they are not dynamic. For example, if I want to change, if I can create a routine, and if I want to change it a bit, I need to. Uh, it is not that user friendly to change something, and so I went ahead and created Python scripts to automated my task. But I realized the same thing. If I want to change a little step, I had to change the code again. So uh, I realized that it is easy to create shortcuts and save it as a routine. And if you if you want to repeat the same task again, just load the routine and you can do it. So that's the inspiration of this software to uh, automate the repetitive tasks so that we can focus our resources on the things uh, which have more importance. So let's see a quick demonstration of how to create a routine and how easy is it. So let's say user want to create a routine. So he can just press Ctrl 4 and it starts recording. So here I'm going to show you example of opening Excel and creating a new file. Here I'm opening Excel through Cortana and I'm creating a new file, and I'm typing Bob AI, and I'm going to just discard this file. And to terminate this recording, you can just press Ctrl 5 and you can see that it stopped recording and updated the database. So here you can see the database. So under Bob AI, there are two routines which I already recorded for this session, and as soon as I update this database, you will see that there will be a new routine, and it will be named after this application which we initiated, search UI. So what happens is that this will be the post processing. Once the user creates a routine, the software will automatically create a routine and stores in the database. And if when the user goes back to the application, you can see a pop-up notification that press Ctrl 6 to initiate R2. I'll show you the notification once again. Press Ctrl 6. Wait. You can see the pop-up. So when I press Ctrl 6 here, hands free, now the software is automatically opening the application for me here. So here it is just trying to emulate what I did earlier, uh, type Bob and closing the application. So here I'm going to show you one other example. Let's say uh, here you can see that the notification changed. When I changed my application, uh, it says that press Ctrl 6 to initiate routine R1, but when I go to Cortana, it says R3, R2. So based on your application, it is smart enough to load a routine. And let's press Ctrl 6 here. I'm highlighting this text and I am pressing Ctrl 6 hands free. So the software automatically changed the alignment and changed the font. That's the that's the routine I created earlier, and I want to show you one other routine. Here it says that press Ctrl 6 to initiate R3. So when I press Ctrl 6, so it is opening Netflix. So I do this every day, so I thought it would be helpful to create a routine. But the point I want to make is that anything you do repeatedly, or you wanna do it, you can automate it with Bob. So Bob is a smart assistant which can automate anything on a software, on a machine, and it can be used by anyone, and it creates routine automatically based upon your input device, mouse or keyboard. And it is very easy to create the routines using shortcuts or mouse or notifications. So all this data is stored in a non-SQL database within the machine, so that there are no privacy concerns, and uh, the software will be intelligent enough to break down the routine. Let's say, for example, we are copying a text from a web to a Word document, and you are changing the format, just like I showed earlier. So it is starting at Chrome and ending in Word. So your the software post process your routine and divides into subroutines uh, based upon your application and based upon user activity, and it suggests user the routines based on the application. So if the user is on the Word, the routine will only consist of changing the format, and if the user is in Chrome, the routine will be copying the text and pasting it to Word and changing the format. So the software will be intelligent enough to uh, to reformat the routines uh, to uh, to automate the process. And I want to create a software which is so dynamic that it can change things on a fly. When I was trying to find alternative softwares to to automate the repetitive task, the major pain point is that they are not dynamic. uh, if I want to change, for example, I showed you an application, I showed you an example creating an Excel file and typing Bob AI. And what if the next day I don't want to type Bob, I want to type Joe? That means the user is changing data. So we need to change the routine once again. But Bob will be such that it will show you an interactive notification with interactive buttons. So each button shows a subtask of the routine. Here you can see opening Excel is one of the subtasks, type Bob is one of the subtasks, and saving the file is one of the subtasks. So if the user cancels any of these buttons or that subtask, the software will be intelligent enough to take the input from the user, and the software will have the capability to continue the routine if the user says so, so that it will be changing the routines on the fly, and and it will be so easy to create multiple routines. And let's say, for example, if you have three or multiple routines for an application, each routine will be ranked uh, based on how many times it's used, and it will be shown in the pop-up just like this, but with interactive buttons. But if the user wants to see all the routines, the software will have an option that when the mouse is uh, moved towards a notification, the notification plane will expand and all the routines can be seen by the user, so that he can routine select the routine based on his need. And and there will be multiple inputs. There are multiple ways to initiate the routines. As I told you earlier, you can the user can press Control 4, Control 5, Control 6 to start, stop, and press repeat the recording. But it will be so much easy if we design a mouse dedicated to this software. The mouse works as a typical mouse. It's a Bluetooth and you can control it, but it will have extra buttons. So just like a gaming mouse, here you can see there are three buttons to a typical Logitech mouse. One of the buttons can be used for recording, one of the buttons used to stop the recording, and uh, the button just behind the wheel can be used to initiate the routine or the stop hard reset the software at any point of time, so the user can take control, and if he wants to change anything and he can do it. So there will be a seamless integration between this hardware and notifications and keyboard shortcuts, so that the user can use anything uh, based upon his convenience, and there will be a seamless transfer of control between the software and the user. So the ultimate goal will be for Bob to create routines based upon the user activity automatically, uh, based on the user settings, of course. But so Bob AI will be a software solution at the end which can create routines automatically, and which can uh, repeat it at multiple times based on the application, uh, and it is so dynamic that user can change uh, a part or complete routine at any point of time. That is the main goal of this software, to automate the repetitive tasks so that we can focus our resources on the more important things. uh, Thank you.